I have some instruments built into this, which are, I mean, pretty crude, but, you know. But people like that. I like that. I mean, I build for myself more than anything else. This is my newest piece called Poetry Studio, and that's what it is. It's a poetry studio. There's a lot of different features to it. Nothing too extravagant, but, you know, just some elements that spin. There's a place to put your, you know, cup of coffee. I just tried to make it energetic. This is the place to proclaim your poem. Fireman's pole. We've got a table here and chair to write. And here's another little instrument. I just imagine the best poetry coming from this. I don't know. Although, while I was building it, I sort of thought, this might be a bit much for writing poetry.
I want my sculptures to be more than objects people look at. I want my sculptures to be part of people's lives, and I don't think you can do that if you don't let people touch. This is Franconia Sculpture Park near Taylor's Falls, Minnesota.
There's 95 sculptures here. Each one is made by a different individual. When we're selecting the artists, we're looking for ambitious people who want to try something new, maybe even take a chance or two. The failure is just as good as success around here sometimes. Bridget grew up here as an intern, you know, 13, 14 years ago. She's always been ambitious, over the top, very creative. And now she's the artist in residence. It should be interesting to see in 5 years where she goes with it.
I have a very long history with the park. It's been a home to me and a place where I feel like I can pretty much make the things that I want to. This sculpture is part of a Minnesota State Arts Board grant. It's called Locomotive Sculpture, and it's a collaborative sculpture. I'm working with 8 different nursing homes. We are creating materials at the nursing homes, painting metal, painting wood, creating birdseed balls that I'm gonna hang. We're doing an art project in there if you want to come in a little bit. So we are at the Good Samaritan Center in Stillwater, Minnesota, and we are doing the 15th of 16 workshops. You're gonna help me out today? Yeah. Today we are designing these steel circles that I'm going to weld together as part of a wall of the sculpture. Then once I incorporate all of these pieces into the locomotive sculpture, I'm going to drive it to these different nursing homes, and the residents will be able to see the materials that they worked on incorporated into the sculpture. Any kind of design, don't worry about being perfect. When I started coming up with this idea, I was trying to think about a way that I could interact with a lot of people that I haven't interacted with before. And it would be a great way to bring sculpture to maybe a group of people that wouldn't be able to come out to Franconia Sculpture Park. Remember I was here last time and we were talking about trains? The whole idea started because I really would love to have a locomotive, a real locomotive. So I sketched out a few possibilities, and I kind of wanted it to look a little like a locomotive, even though the locomotive aspect of it is also just the fact that it is going to be traveling from place to place. And it ended up that all of the residents had these amazing stories of their first time riding on a train. That she rode the train to Alaska by herself. Oh. Yeah, and it was a real way for me to connect to them.
How she's going to put these things on, I really don't know, but I'm anxious to see.
It's a lot of pressure, to tell you the truth. Hundreds of residents from these nursing homes are a part of the sculpture, and so I'm trying my best to do the most I can with the materials that they've made. It's hard for my mind to fit it together, but it's also really exciting to struggle with that. I don't necessarily care that much if I'm not doing things the exact right way. You know, a lot of people are afraid to be wrong. And I think that when you can just say, okay, it's not gonna be perfect, I'm not perfect, but I have this idea, and I'm gonna do it no matter what. You know, you figure it out, and sometimes things are a massive failure. But I think as an artist and a very imperfect person, I've come to the point of realizing that my sculptures are gonna be odd and weird and full of things, and that people somehow connect with that, and I get a lot back from the people that come to see my sculptures. When I bring the locomotive to the nursing home, it's gonna be really interesting to see the reactions. I want them to feel great about being a part of it. I want them to be able to look at the materials and say, I made that. I didn't quite know what to expect, you know, but everyone is looking for the piece that they made.
Look, right up there.
It seems like people are excited to see what it turned out to be that I built, because it's hard to really see what this is until you see it with your own eyes.
That's the one you did?
Yesterday, one of the staff members who was helping me with some of the workshops, she said, well, I was really skeptical about this when you started. I didn't know if it was gonna work out, but you made a believer out of me. And you know, I think that that's kind of the beauty of what art can do. It really isn't just about something to look at, but it's just kind of about a form of expression, you know? And I don't know, it just made me feel great that her outlook changed, so it was really cool.
That's the one Gloria did.
There we go.
Really? Yep.
If you want art to be a part of a community, you have to let the community be part of the art.
Hi.
Yes.
You know, when it's just you and you have this work that nobody touches, it's your thing. But when you have work that's interactive, it's our thing. And I think that is important.
Minnesota Original is made possible by the State Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and the citizens of Minnesota.